everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Rachel. I'm an owner and craft educator here at Oak and Lamb. Today I'm going to give you a super quick crash course on how to use JDiction's ResinCrete. Now this has been around for a while, but it is new to us and it is a phenomenal product. If you are in the market for a really fun new craft technique to be able to incorporate in lots of different types of projects, ResinCrete is the way to go. So as you can see, we have a lot here that we have already created with it. And honestly, the sky is the limit. If you can find a mold for something, you can create it with ResinCrete. It is super easy. Now, there are some factors involved in this ResinCrete that I actually do not follow, and I wanted to explain those to you because as crafters, whenever you kind of veer off to another area of crafting, a lot of the times we find that the startup cost for something is just too high, or the amount of products you need to buy is just astronomical. So for today, to teach you how to create products and projects with ResinCrete, all you need is the actual product, some stir sticks, some cups, and a mold. That is it. You also need some water. You can't forget water. However, that is it. This will tell you to get a scale, and you have to measure things out just perfectly and things like that. And let me just tell you, I've created a lot of different things with ResinCrete, and all of them turn out phenomenal, even if there's a slight variation in consistency, and I haven't weighed anything out. I've barely even measured. Really, all that I'm doing is looking for a consistency. So you use the powder and the water, mix them together, and you find a consistency that you like that is not too thick, not too thin. You pour it in your mold and you're good to go. Really, there's no room for error here. If it's too liquidy, you add more powder. If it is too thick, you add more water. It's really a super simple process. By the way, if you guys do enjoy these videos and you enjoy us teaching you fun things like that, you guys would absolutely love Oak and Lamb. Join today. Click the very first link down below. We have over 1,000 digital cut files, which we add to all the time. Those cut files come with a free commercial use license, which means you can sell any and all the projects that you make using our cut files completely free, which is amazing. If you happen to be a Cricut beginner, we do have free courses included in that membership that teach you absolutely everything you need to know about the Cricut machines and Design Space so that you can become a master. We also have member-only videos that have projects, techniques, comparisons, and more, as well as a member-only podcast and most of our members' favorite perk ever, which is an exclusive Facebook group only to our flock members. That is where everybody comes together, talks, they ask questions, they post their product and project pictures. It's a phenomenal community over there, and we do not want you to miss out on it. Join today. You can get your very first month for $10 off, making your first month with us $9.99. That is a steal. Use the code FUN, F-U-N, at checkout and get that deal today. So here's all the supplies we're going to be using. Like I mentioned, again, we have our ResinCrete powder, water, some little cups, some stir sticks, and a mold. Now you can look up molds on Amazon. I'll link a few. This is the one we're using today, like I mentioned. So I like to keep one of these little cups inside of the powder, and I just pour some into a cup just like that, and it's okay if you make a little bit of mess. You can wear gloves if you prefer to wear gloves, but really, I mean, none of this has a smell, none of this has any type of odor, and you're gonna get a little bit of water, just a little, and just pour a tiny bit in there, like not even a tablespoon, okay? Just a little bit of water. Now, if you guys cook at all, if you bake at all, this powder reminds me of the way that confectioner sugar or powdered sugar behaves. How once you add water to it, it kind of almost like disappears. Like this was full up to the top and now it's a lot lower. And you just mix it up, that's it. Now I'm gonna need more of this to fill my mold. So all you do is get your little cup, get some more of this powder, add your powder in there. Now, these are 3-ounce cups from Amazon, a little bit more water, and stir it up. These are 3-ounce cups from Amazon. I absolutely love them. They're like the size of those mouthwash cups that you can get at Walmart. Add a little bit of powder, And again, when you guys are making this, you'll be able to tell what consistency you want. You want it runny enough to easily pour into the mold, but you don't want it so runny that it's just like, you know, completely liquid. And you don't want it too thick as well. Now, again, the more that you handle this and work with it, the easier it will be for you guys to determine what consistency that you want. Now, as far as measuring this out, you can read back here. It'll show you the mixed ratios here of the base. Water, 100 grams, 30 grams by weight, not by volume. Work time is 8 minutes. Full curing time is 20 minutes. And of course, there's a second mixed ratio as well. But really, it says you have about an 8-minute work time, no matter what, before this starts to harden. And it's really easy to mix too. Since this is such a fine powder, it really mixes super evenly and beautifully. Now, let's talk. You can put acrylic paint in this, you can put alcohol inks in this, you can put glitter in this, you can put a lot of different things in this and it will work perfectly. Now again, in about 30 minutes you can demold this depending on how much you use. So that looks good. If you want to add more, again, add more powder. And I don't even think we need to add any more water to this. Let's just mix it up and see. Maybe a little bit of water. But again, you guys can mix these if you want. We don't have a scale here. I didn't want to buy a scale for one project that I was making, and I thought, let's see if I can get away with not buying a scale. And I have had maybe a little bit of fluctuation on the consistency in all of the molds I've used, and they have all turned out perfect. They weren't super brittle. They behave just as they should. Now back to what you can add in this. Like I mentioned, you can add paint, alcohol inks, glitter, all kinds of stuff. You can, of course, just leave it white and then paint it afterwards. So there's a lot of little avenues that you can take with this ResinCrete. But it is a phenomenal product. It's super easy to mix, easy to use. You don't have to like prep your mold or anything like that. So this is all nice and mixed up. I'm just going to scrape this off and pour this into our mold. I mean, it is seriously that easy. I mean, it's foolproof. I'm going to scrape the sides of my cup, really fill this mold up here, just like that. And we're done. You have 25 to 30 minutes of cure time. And once it's cured, you can demold it. It is super easy. Now, for the sake of time, I did pre-make one of these that has been already set. So this is what it'll look like when it's set. It's nice and flat and smooth. And you just peel away the sides from the mold. And it should pop out super easily. And look how stinking cute. And it's brittle. It's not going anywhere. You can paint this. You can seal it and then, you know, paint it. You can paint it, then seal it. You can seal this, then put vinyl on it. I mean, whatever you want to do. These are such cool little dishes here. Now, again, we did get these off of Amazon. I will link them. But they're phenomenal. We love this ResinCrete. There is so much that you can do with this. It is such a phenomenal product, and I can't wait for you guys to buy it and use it on so many different things. So go and grab some ResinCrete today. What did you all think of ResinCrete? I hope that you are confident in using it now. Now, this is clearly not an ad or a sponsorship or anything, because I'm not sure if the brand would love that I'm telling you not to use their ratios on the back. It's just that we didn't have a scale here. I didn't want to go buy one, and the more I used it, the easier I found it was to just eyeball it. And for me and the type of crafts that I do, if there's things I don't have to buy that I can live without in my craft room if I don't have one, I like to do that. I like to save that money and that time and that space in my craft room. I hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to click down below and grab a membership today. You can buy a month for just $9.99. It's a wonderful deal, so use that code FUN at checkout. Also, if you haven't already, it is completely free and takes 2 seconds to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that button and give us a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you another day for another video.